Good afternoon, this is Brian. Today is Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. This area looks familiar. You already know where I am. You've probably seen this in many videos. If you've seen several of my videos, you already know where this is. But I'm gonna have to say it because, yes, I'm by Blue Jay Campground again. Yep. I've been doing some poking around in the southern Santa Ana Mountains and the Elsinore Mountains area. No real hikes, just been poking around trying to find places to video. I found quite a few of them. Now that we're in spring, this is a good time to come to this area where all these little purple vetch flowers, the genus Vicia, V-I-C-I-A. I'm here specifically looking for a specific type of plant. I'm looking for Parry's deer ears, Fraser Parry. I've seen that plant around here before once, back in 2016. So I was kind of scoping for it on the way in here, and I didn't see it yet. So I've had a pretty busy day today. I've been cruising around the central and southern Santa Anas, finding spots to do spotlight on plants video, spotlight on trees, spotlight on shrubs, spotlights on this and that. Did at least 5 episodes of spotlight videos. Probably take me a while to upload them all. There's a lot of footage and some other little miniature adventure videos, and I've had quite a day. So now I'm kind of spending the latter part. It's around 4:30 or so in the afternoon. It's nice and cool up here. It's probably only in the upper 50s right now. But you can expect that with a really dense marine layer. You know, we're at 3,350 feet or so above sea level. One thing that's really kind of bothering me, there are a lot of Coulter Pines dying off. There's some kind of bark beetle attack going on. A lot of these Coulter Pines are dying, especially ones over by the campground. I'm walking on Long Canyon Road right now, heading over towards the Falcon Group campground area. So getting kind of worried because it looks like the bark beetles are starting to attack these trees, and some of the ones over near the campground, you're closer to the campground itself, look like they're dying off. I'm very worried. There must be a pretty nasty bark beetle attack going on over here. If I remember correctly, I think where I saw the deer's ears, one of the earlier times I was here was back in 2016 when I came here and saw them kind of in a meadow-like situation, but not that far from some coast live oaks. So I figured I'd go near where I saw them the first time. I was walking along Long Canyon Road. So a lot of this purple vetch here. I'm not sure what species of Vicia this is. Again, I'm not as hip with my herbaceous plants as I am with my woody plants, but I'm trying to work on that so I can pump out more plant videos, that address the herbaceous flora here. But I think I saw the deer's ears around here. It might have been around here. This is definitely a place you'd expect to see them. I know you find them on Booker Hill and Palomar Mountain State Park. I remember when I went back there in October, they were already dried up for the fall and winter. They usually dry up, and they're biennials. They live for at least 2 years, but they're monocarpic. In other words, they fruit only once. So after they fruit, they die. I'm not seeing any. Not seeing any at all. Let's see these little lupines over here. I wonder if this is silver lupine. Yeah, this has got to be Lupinus albifrons, I think. I think this is. I think it's one of the woodier based ones. It's not grape soda lupine. That doesn't smell like grape soda. Doesn't have any fragrance at all. So I think it's a variety of Lupinus albifrons. Silver lupine. Pretty over here though. Springtime it's even a little more colorful than usual. You know, I've been here several times, and you've seen a lot of my you might have seen a lot of my videos here. I get to this area a lot. But right now, I'm not seeing any deer's ears at all. I'm not even seeing the rosettes, because Parry's deer ears, they start off with I think a little rosette. Usually it stays its first year as a rosette. And the second year, it sends up a flower stalk. Second year, or maybe the third year, usually the second year, and it'll flower and set seed and die off. But I'm not seeing any signs of Parry deer ears at all over here. So I'm kind of disappointed. I've seen it here before. I know I've seen it. And I've seen it was flowering too. So I knew what it was. Well, at first, I didn't know what it was. I had to look it up, but I was trying to see if I could find any deer's ears around here. So I expect to find it. A lot of times here on the edge of woodlands, is where you expect to find the edge of woodlands and meadows, is where you'd be likely to find that plant. It's a member of the Gentian family, the Gentianaceae. It's, like I said, it's usually a biennial or very short-lived perennial that sets seed once and dies. Usually sets seed once. I think occasionally some plants might do it more than once, from what I've read. But here we are. We're at the Monterey Pines. These are the Monterey Pines here by Falcon Group Campground. But not really supposed to go really far in there, so I'm not really going to do so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any signs of any deer's ears over here. I don't even see any rosettes on the ground. The rosettes are kind of usually quite noticeable. Here we are. Trying to see. Yeah. I think this is a type of mountain dandelion. I think this is Agoseris grandiflora, larger mountain dandelion. I've seen Agoseris Agoseris retorsa, which is the spearleaf mountain dandelion, but this appears to be, I believe, heterophylla. This appears to be grandiflora. I'm sorry. I think this is Agoseris grandiflora, the large flowered mountain dandelion. There's another one, there's Agoseris heterophylla, which I think is a little more plain-leaved. It doesn't have those big, large lobes, I don't think. So that appears to be Agoseris grandiflora, but the flowers haven't opened yet. So, yeah, I'm not seeing any deer's ears. So I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video, unless I actually find it, but a lot of this vetch over here, and yeah, a lot of mountain dandelion over here. I think heterophylla, I don't think has really noticeable lobes on it. I think I might have seen that one once or twice. It's a benchmark over here. Oh wow. Huh. That's an interesting find. But yeah, the meadow's lit up with a lot of these purple vetch flowers. So all I can tell you is they're in the genus Vicia. That's about it. Species these are? Don't know. But yeah, I wanted to come here and check out the meadow in spring. Like I said, I did it once before, back in May of 2016, but I even had less of a plant knowledge than I do now. And you know, it's, you know, with my woody trees and stuff, woody trees, woody shrubs and subshrubs, I'm getting pretty confident with those, but still a lot to learn. And that's why I do this. Come out to these places so I can learn. But it's pretty here in the spring. Even seen a species of Checkerbloom. I think it's Sidalcea Malviflora. Seen that a few times. So this plant I'm talking about right here, with the kind of round leaves. And it's, oh, here's something different, and I just missed it in bloom. I don't know if it's a meadow rue in the genus Suniqlum, but I think there's another plant. I think it's in the buttercup family. So I want to come here in the spring, but should have boned up on my my wildflowers first, so I could be sitting here checking off the names of them and say, hey, this is this, this is that. But if I find out what some of these plants are more specifically, the ones that I don't really know the specifics of, if I, you know, if I'm able to find them out, I can add them as comments to the video. You remember the incense cedars over here. Here we are. Calosages decurrens. I don't have to look this one up. Oh, violets! Ah, see, I should be here saying this is Viola da 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 da. I think these are Johnny Jump Ups. Viola Adunca or something like that. I think that's what these are. Yeah, I don't see violets very often because I don't usually do a lot of meadow hiking. But yeah, these look like Johnny Jump Ups or something similar to that. I think it's Viola Adunca or pedunculata or something like that. Take note of the leaves. The leaves are kind of arrow shaped on them, light green. We've got a lot of little violets over here. So I got this video about half right. I'm getting footage of some really cool plants, but yeah, I should have taken the time to consult the wildflower guides before coming out here. Here's the Checkerbloom. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Sidalcea Malviflora. These flowers are really small. It's in the mallow family, the Malvaceae. Let's see here. Kind of small, kind of cup shape. Pretty light purplish flower. But even here in a drought year like this, we're still looking pretty nice. I was hoping there were going to be some deer's ears over here. But, I mean, I don't usually see violets. The only species of violet up until today, the only species of violet I have ever seen in the wild, or at least noticed, was Viola purpurea mojavensis, the Mojave violet. I saw that at 7,500 feet on a mountain peak in the San Gabriel's Angeles National Forest. That was the first violet ever seen in the wild. So you can tell, despite how many mountains I've hiked up and all that other fun stuff, there's a lot of stuff I still haven't seen yet. So the excitement factor is still there. I get excited seeing the same stuff over and over again, obviously, because I love our native plants. But when I see something that I've never seen before, I just get even more excited than usual, for good reason. It's new to me. Yeah, I know about it, or have heard about it, or know something about the plant's genus or something, and then I see it, and it's like, yeah, this is really cool. But there are a lot of violet plants around here. Lots of them, actually, and they're blooming right now. This is, like I said, this is a great time to visit this area. Get a camping spot at Blue Jay. I think it's open. Falcon's still closed, and that's a group campground. Look at these violets. Beautiful plants. And these are perennials, too. So they likely, they die back to their roots in the fall, in the dry season in the fall, and they come back in the spring. So yeah, as I've said in other videos, there's still quite a bit of a learning curve for me, especially when it comes to the herbaceous plants. So by doing this, coming out here and documenting, I can go over, look at the footage, and then I can research it and find my plant. And then, of course, if I find it, you know, once I find out what it is, I'll leave it in the either the comment section or in the description, because I like to know and find out about things. You know, this is what gets me going. But let's see if there's anything else. Here's a larger Sidalcea, larger plant right here, a larger flower starting to open. And then we got, I think this is a Sanicle. I think this is in the genus Suniqlum. This is in the Apiaceae, the carrot family. Again, I know the genus of the plant, but I'm not exactly sure of the species. But it appears to be a Sanicle. Doesn't look like it's yeah, it doesn't look like Lomatium. It's not a Lomatium. I think this is a Sanicle. I think this is in the genus Suniqlum. Little yellowish flowers. You got the typical carrot family flower heads, and the leaves are kind of palmately lobed. I mean, anybody who knows these plants, you know, bust out a comment, pop me a comment. You know, anything I can learn makes me. Anything I can learn makes me feel more fulfilled, because I like to learn about this stuff. And I should be doing more research before coming out if I want to be be confident about what I'm talking about, like what species. But you know, it's also good to learn. If I learn by getting out there and checking it out, even if you have to go home and research it, if you don't bring your flower guide with you, which I almost never do, you can still research it when you get home, because I mean, that's something you can always do. And it's just cool to have a good learning curve, you know. I like to learn about our native plants. I saw the population of southern Mules Ears over by getting closer to the campground. Not quite ready to bloom. Wyethia ovata, not quite ready. Not quite ready yet. I suspect that perhaps later this month, or probably in June, will be your more likely bet to see those bloom. And we got Lathyrus. Looks like Lathyrus vestitus, Chaparral Pea. I think it's variety vestitus, but I think variety Alefeldii can be found around here too. But it looks like Lathyrus vestitus, variety vestitus, Chaparral Pea. See that more in Chaparral, usually. That's been my experience. And here's more of that Checkerbloom. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Malviflora. The varieties are supposed to be very hard to tell. You're supposed to be a very extremely well-versed botanist to be able to tell. There are different varieties of Sidalcea Malviflora, but that's what this appears to be. Malviflora meaning mallow flower. But yeah, usually you get here's one that's opened up more. That is a very attractive flower. If you look inside of it, it kind of looks like a miniature hibiscus. because it has that little stalk in the middle of it like a hibiscus flower. It's because they're related. Hibiscus is in the Malvaceae, the mallow family. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to run out of juice, so thanks for watching, and I'll see if I can find another clip to record before I leave.